He's got me out here working on this, I don't even know what this is, man. It's a big old boat. It's got a cool pad. He's got, it's got like this whole area. I mean, he's got it decked out. Mariah. His radio wasn't working, and he asked me to come look at it. And so we're gonna try to fix it. I got the access panel off, and I've checked everything, and the ground is just bad, so I gotta pull this door like almost closed because the access panel is in a bathroom. Yeah, it's gonna be fun once ever I plug in my heat gun. But yeah, up in here it's like I got a ground that's funky. I don't even know if you guys can see it or not, but it's like this guy right here. I'm gonna have to cut that out and fix it. This is what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna cut this guy out, and I might even cut that. Alright, we got this Bentley. It's a pontoon boat. He's wanting me to try to read his computer, see if we can figure out what's happening. Somehow I gotta get the lid off. I'm gonna have to wait till I get some help. Well, good morning. It's Jeff with Hawkeye Marine. Thanks for watching, subscribing. This morning, I got a bunch of different things going on, but one of the things I have going on is this Bentley pontoon boat. Gentleman asked me to come out and read his computer, so I got to get over here and somehow get the lid off, which I think I may have to get a little help. He's down in there. I made sure I got everything out of my pockets because I don't want to go swimming. But we got a new system that they reached out to me. They're OBD Star. Okay, they have car scanners. They got, anyway, I guess even diesel. And they got in doing some marine. They're Chinese company. I think out of Singapore. I don't really know. I don't really care. If it works, it works. And so they reached out to me originally, and they were like, hey, would you, because I think they wanted me to stock some product. I don't blame them, try to get some sales, right? But I'm just a little guy, so I said no. And generally, like, lots of this stuff, people send me stuff all the time, and I'm like, unless I'm using it personally, I don't really, like, I'm kind of like, just don't send it to me, because I don't want to feel like, I'm obligated. I don't like those being obligated to things. I guess that's part of me. I don't in general like being told what to do. That's what Chucky says. But I'm alright with it if it makes sense, right? Everybody, even their bosses, like, if it makes sense, we're good with it. But they sent me a scanner, like a loaner. I don't know, I'll probably buy it. They did send me a dealer sheet, and they're like, okay, you know, but, you know, I'm a small company, so I can't buy like 10 units and then sit around. So, I don't know, if I was big enough, maybe I could do some pre-orders and people really wanted it. Or you can reach out to me, you know, if you really want to buy one. I think, like, when we, you know, people want something to give them some kind of information, right? So, like, a lot of those $99 scanners, they're real popular because people can at least try it. They want to try to understand, you know? I mean, don't we all? We just want to try to understand. And if it throws a code in it right away, that's what's been great about, like, you can go to your auto parts store and hopefully nobody's sleeping. I don't think they are, but like, you can go to your auto parts store and have them read your car or your truck, and at least you can kind of get an idea what you're in for, because you don't know, man. It can be very, very costly. Anyway, I'm gonna hook it up. It's pretty cool. They sent me one, and I'm getting a little off track here, but they sent me one, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I even took it down because, like, I don't know, I get a lot of older engines, and not a lot of those have, you know, they don't have computers. Imagine back in the day, and we had vehicles, and it wasn't until like the 80s we started getting computers in cars. And so the boats are, you know, they're probably 25 years behind. They're catching up real fast, but because we had like OBD, and then we had OBD2 because they improved on it, and then they started going to, like, you know, different systems like CAN bus is kind of the new big thing. And that's, you know, anyway, short of like trying to give you some sort of history lesson that I have just basic knowledge of. I mean, I wasn't involved in designing it, so I don't, you know. The thing is, you know, you hook up, some designs have like on outboards, on Mercury's. Let's talk about Mercury's. The earliest designs were all like that. They were ODB. And then they went to, like, you know, eventually to CAN bus. So all the new 4-strokes are like CAN bus. My med system, I have a CDI meds, and Mercury's up until a certain year, I don't know, they just won't read. So anything usually after, I think it's like 2018, it might be a little later, I don't know, then, and I can hook it up, it just won't give me all the information. It's like, it sees some stuff, but not everything. My buddy Shay's been using it, so might be kind of greasy, but this is it, right? OBD Star. So we just hit the power button. This thing is basically, you have a cable. This is just like CDI, right? Where they have what they call a G2 cable, and this one plugs in here. This is like the old school, you know, like almost like a SCSI port. I'm sure it has a name for it, but so we have to, like the old printers, you know, it's probably 11 pin something. And then we have, you know, this goes to here, and then they have this proprietary connector. And then, so like when they're Johnson Evinrude, you know, they got Johnson Evinrude, you know, they got a bunch of different cables. Basically, the different cables, you know, is just probably, in my mind, like, you know, this is so many pins, and so the cable itself is wired to the manufacturer's spec. So in the case of this Mercury one, you know, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that what it is? 6 wire. Okay, there's 3, yeah, something 7 wire, I don't know. But you just hit accept to get in. And then you can get these like say a single engine, because if you want the whole Mac Daddy, this is like their cheaper one. Okay, if you get the Mac Daddy, they're real big, and you know, they have all the cables, and it's more expensive. But if you got a single user, say, you know, like we are, I can read Mercury. So this is a Mercury cable. Alright. And so like if you had Johnson Evinrude, you'd buy a single one of these, and then you could read everything. Now with Mercury, you know, they got vessel view. So with vessel view, you know, they can read a lot of their data. You know, you can even make a network CAN bus, and you can put it into your graphs. You know, they give you hours, certain stuff. This is going to have a little bit more detailed view, and this, well, actually, this one has a lot more detailed view than, say, a vessel view. Vessel view gives you, you know, your basic stuff that you need to know, and it will give you, like, if it throws an error, it'll give you a code. So you just go look it up, and then, you know, you can go from there. So anyway, you go into you have to load this, and this is basically Windows based. So it's like having a little mini computer. But I'll show you later if I can get the top off of that thing, and then, you know, go to trying to fix or see whatever I can. It just wants me to read it, but I don't know. You might get, anyway, it's got, you know, brightness, contrast. You know, you got a home button. I mean, it's just like you can load stuff into this thing. Oh, yeah, and then we, you know, see, like, you know, any disk. It's got a browser. And I have to familiarize myself with this stuff, because I don't know, it looks like you can just delete the browsers, downloads. So here's the main, you know, so you can do upgrades. I guess there's a lot of stuff I don't know. Repair information, whether to upgrade software. I'm just gonna say no, because I don't know what they sent me. They may have just sent me basic. This user login. That's probably where you log in, and then, you know, you can so we'll go back to home. That little button when you're at home. Okay. So there's your clock, Diag program. So I think there's a couple ways to get to where we were earlier. So welcome to OBD Star. Data management, local data stream playback, diagnose report, file management. Let's look at that, because eventually I brought me a USB key, and I'm going to stick in the top of it. I want to see if it reads it. Okay, so let me go grab that. This thing seems like it has pretty good battery life, but, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna have to really poke around, because, like, here's just different ones laying, you know, it's like a computer. So Marine Diag, if we select that, then like, this is just Mercury. I only have Mercury. So, and they have inboards, outboards. I mean, we got, like, if this was Yamaha or Honda or Suzuki, it would, like, I'm sure it would say jet ski. They got it for jet ski as well. So the light kind of makes it, you know, blur. I'll try to keep it like this for you. But yeah, again, home, hit that little button. You know, no matter where, you can get to your program, right? So the arrow's over. I mean, it's always available. You can take pictures. I mean, it's kind of cool, because then, like, say you need to take pictures of the engine, you know, or you see something wrong, then you can just take a picture. I don't know where the camera is. I believe that's the case. Maybe it's not. That would be a neat feature, to add a camera to it. So you know, over here TF, I don't know what that means. So there's, like I said, there's a lot of stuff I don't really. You should just open up. Oh, I think that's where you can put like a real small micro SD card. What else? It's got a USB-C on it. And then it's got a USB A, or yeah, A. That's it. It's pretty rugged. Nice case. Because I'm sure inside here is a real small computer, right? And it's vented, so it's not, this is not waterproof. And maybe there's possibly a camera there. I doubt it. That'd be the one thing maybe that'd be a good deal. Let's see, what does this say? Diag Mate. So this is what it's called, a Diag Mate. Diag Mate. I guess two separate words. And then D15 Type-C power, right? Anyway, so we need to get this plugged up. So that'd be kind of like the first thing I'm gonna try to do, and then maybe we can go from there. We're getting in there. Takes a little bit to kind of get in there. Basically, you gotta have the key on, and it asks you where you're going in. So I'm in the Terminator block of the engine, and this is like a 2007. It says 90 horsepower 4-stroke, but they list it as 100 horsepower. You do have to look on the tag there. It says 1732 cubic inches. I don't know. And you select that. This thing starts loading, and we can pull what we need to pull. And I'm sorry, I'm shaking all over. So yeah, anyway, it's loading, and we'll pull whatever information we got to do. And then anyway, 4-cylinder 78. Yeah, see, it tells you what it is. So it's a 4-cylinder, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, inline 4. 1 2 3 4. Say enter, and we're gonna do module data. So some of this, you guys, I'm going through is the same with you. So whoops, starboard engine, ECU information. Let's go to DC. Actually, we should have went in order there. I'm gonna try to no fault codes. Okay, so we got no fault codes. So let's do ECU, starboard engine. Huh. It says they're only 66 hours. I can't believe that's true. I mean, that's what it says. See what freeze frames we have. So freeze frames are like history frames, and so whatever it throws, it's gonna, you know, I guess we can fire up the engine. There's really no need. Okay, and then overspeed. So let me look around here, see if I see anything that's really weird. I don't know. Well, I'm not sure how to, if I can save the freeze frames. Lip pump, timeout. It's like the lip pump timed out. And I don't know. It says 29.61. Battery voltage for the lip pump. Looks like it stayed, low oil pressure, 99.03. So what does that mean? Is that seconds? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Let's go back. I don't want to clear it. Read data stream. RPM range. But it says total engine hours is 66. I'm guessing that's like 20 hours. It was within 0 and 799. And then, it goes up. So that's kind of what's going on. Like the way I read it, 0 to, what does it say? 749 RPMs. Then it ran for 20 hours. This thing's only got 66 hours. So there was 2 critical rate, 5 times it went over, 5 hours it went over 5,500 RPMs. You can see that right there. I don't know exactly if I can spit this information and send it to him. I'm gonna have to figure this out. But then I was wondering, like, okay, the data stream, we can just select all, I guess, or just a few things like battery voltage, and maybe a supply voltage. I don't know. Guardian reason, Guardian power available. Mirror supply voltage is good. Sensor supply voltages are good. There's no Guardian reason. Oh, I see that. Then you make a diagnostic report. So let me go back. Alright, well, I'm not sure what this guy was wanting. He says it's acting weird. Maybe he's got a fuel issue, or he's got a pump that's acting weird, but it doesn't have anything listed that I can see. I can try to come back with my meds and probably read this one real good, because it's got the other connector and it's an older engine. So we'll see. I'm not sure what to think about this. I read it. I didn't charge a lot, so it's kind of a cool device. Definitely give you a lot of information on this one. Unfortunately, there's just nothing wrong with it. And it's got a bad battery. He needs to replace that battery, at least the one. And other than that, I'm not sure what you do. What do you do? We're gonna move on to the next thing, I think. Sure is pretty out here. You want to be on film? You do? There's Poncho.
Pancho Villa.
Captain Poncho.
Pancho Villa.
Thanks for watching all the way through. You're part of our awesome community. Love this video? Hit subscribe for more adventures. The best way to support us is at HawkeyeMarine.net. Shop outboard powerheads, lower units, and top quality boat parts. It fuels our content and keeps you on the water. Visit today. We'll see you next time.